Shout out to our sponsor, Crawler, for supporting us. Crawler was, they were part of, what's it called? I gotta turn this down. Crawler was part of,
I think it's still going.
Still going? Yeah, perfect. What's going on, everyone? This is the Island Diaz Poddy live in Wasaga Beach. I wouldn't say live, I'd say pre-recorded, but like I've just been up here for a couple days. So, whoa, yo, yep. Oh shit.
Yeah, bound to happen probably.
This is gonna work well. I think this will work well. So we have, honestly, Crawler. This mint one, what is it? Mint cucumber, vodka, gin, and light beer, cucumber mint, cool as a cucumber. It's delicious. It's like one of my favorite RTDs. That's ready to drink, if you didn't know. So I'm doing this in my parents' backyard. I grew up here. That's my mom's studio behind me. The blue thing. That's not our house. House isn't that small. And it's obviously the Island Diaz Poddy with Island Diaz Spice Rum. So I didn't have a podcast to do this week because I've been out of town for a couple days, just opening up Island Diaz in Wasaga Beach. We're going to be in Chuck's Roadhouse. You're going to see a lot of Hank the Hunk this summer at Chuck's Roadhouse on, I guess it's Mosley Street. I don't really know the address, but it's the one that way. Shout out, I saw Kyle McLaughlin. Haven't seen him in forever. The English troll, as they say. Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, what's going on right now is there's a couple questions that I keep getting through DMs and stuff about who certain people are that I've interviewed before and how I got into interviewing. And really, how I got into interviewing, I just kind of, I don't even know. I did it because I thought we needed to. I thought we needed a podcast. We're doing a lot of content, as like I keep preaching. That's kind of the way that we want to be, fun content. And this is just kind of the most fun way to do it. I like to talk to people. I like to meet people. I can't get enough of that. So it's been working out really well. A couple weeks ago, we did the 24-hour podcast. That was one of the, I have a bunch of questions written down, but that's one that came up a couple times. Where is the question? How did the 24-hour podcast go? I think it went really well. Like it was, it was our first one. Fuck, is this motherfucker?
Is this what? Oh. Still going. Yeah. Check. Audio recording. Yeah, it's recording, right?
Anyways, and if it doesn't record, whatever, I'll use the camera mic. You shit. But the 24-hour podcast, that was amazing. Shout out all our sponsors. We had a list of you guys. We had Crawler, we had Sweet Justice, Man of Kent, Haifa Room, The Lakeview, Siempre Tequila, Northern Temple Vodka, Hidden Temple Gin, Crazy Monkey Vodka, Island Diaz Spice Rum, Henderson's Beer, My A Popcorn, Coin 8, Speakeasy. It's like 14 sponsors. El Jefe Chicken. I don't. Fucking what the fuck? Beard Hood. Beard Oil. Me Med Spa. And then the Jean Darlene oh shit. Coppers. I'm terrified of cops, especially in Wasaga Beach. That's like, these guys got an ambulance. They got everything, dude. If they're asking for me, I am not here. You know what I'm saying? But I guess we'll wait for that. I don't know. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, we'll record in a bit. Yeah. Wow, they're coming up my street, actually. Jeez Louise. Wasaga Beach has changed a lot, you know. We didn't have fire trucks here when I was a kid. We didn't have police. Barely even had like the neighbors had bikes. I never had a bike. We had lawnmowers, but not ride-on ones, just regular lawnmowers. So, anyways, back to the 24-hour podcast. Shout out to all our sponsors. That was amazing. Leisure Department, boom. It was good. It was like, you know, it started off, you know, I woke up early that morning. I was expected to get a nap in, and then me and Rudy went there. We organized the spot. I had to run and go get like a Wi-Fi extender because the Wi-Fi at Coin 8 wasn't like super strong in the room that we're in, so we figured that out. Then we had our first guest, Sweet Justice, at 5. We had 45 people total showing up, which was, I didn't think that was going to happen. I booked everyone. There was only a couple of people that had to bail, and you know, they were, I mean, thank God, because then I could take a nap, right? I took a nap from, I think, 5:30 to about 7:30, or 7-ish, 7:15. And it was a good time. 45 people, that's crazy. I can't believe that. It was nuts because there's actually probably 75 people total. Like I remember Karma Wave and all those guys. Shout out those guys. I like the way those guys move. They're awesome. I just met Karma officially a couple months ago. Anyways, he's I just like, you know, the hustle that those guys have. They have a sick team of, you know, videographers, directors, DJs, producers, rappers, you name it, they probably have it. So shout out Big Karma. And yeah, they showed up. Bruce Singer, so Canada CFO is another sponsor. Bruce Singer showed up. That was fun. You know, I always enjoy talking to him. He's a great dude, very knowledgeable. Is this wind all fucked up? Sorry. We're using the Blue Yeti Snowball Ice microphone. So if you guys want to give me some free shit, let me know. That'd be great. My email is below. But yeah, no, I think it was cool. It was just like the concept was really, really fun. I think executed really well. Like I was getting in guests while I was interviewing other guests, you know what I mean? Like because they were trying to get up and down or whatever. So that was kind of tricky. Rudy was doing a full-on job. He was working not the whole time, but he was, you know, he had to work. So he had two things he had to do. I had two things I had to do. Yeah, it was great. I hope I'm going to cut up some videos together. Hope to get a little bit more exposure on it. But we're going to do it again for sure. And I think it's just going to be a little, I wouldn't say more organized because I think I did a pretty bang-up job having 45 people show up. But maybe like a little bit more. We might even just do a market for 24 hours. So everyone that sponsors the podcast can have a booth outside in the room. Because the room's like 5,400 square feet. So I imagine that. It's just a 24-hour, you know, those guys, maybe what I'll do is I'll do shifts. I'll do like 6-hour sprints or something. I don't know if people really want to see that, but not like sprinting, just like a sprint of talking. It is a lot of talking. A lot of people were like, how are you going to talk that much? And I kind of let everyone else do the talking. You know, you throw a question here or there, let them, you know, talk about what they're doing. And then I interject like, oh yeah, well, crazy, it's fun. But like a lot of people brought in different energy. That's what kept me up a lot, which is great because that would have been tough without that. Yeah, no, I love it. Okay, so I think that covers the 24-hour Poddy. We got another question. How did you meet Rax? I think I get this question. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I gotta check this out again. Jeez Louise. Check. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so how did I meet Rax? Maybe this is better. Nope, that's not better. I get the question of how I met Rax multiple times. And I think, like, I know that I met her back in the day, like probably 2007 or so. I remember through Darren Chow, and we were at some chalet party, and yeah. I mean, I always knew who she was, I guess, like Erin McCarroll, but I didn't know Rax was her. So funny enough, she must have seen an episode. She reached out and she's like, "Hey, we should probably do an episode together for sure." And then as we kind of start knowing each other, we realized that she grew up in Collingwood or Blue Mountain, and I grew up in Wasaga Beach, which I'm at here now. And yeah, I mean, I love her. She's awesome. She's wicked. I love her energy. I love the hustle she has. I wish her the best. I know she has an album coming out in June, so yeah, we're gonna promote that for her for sure. But yeah, no, I just love when people have that hustle, have that energy, and they want to do good for themselves. Like I'm just a guy that I just want everyone to win. So I like that she's got that. So yeah, shout out Rax, and shout out she came on the 24-hour Poddy too. Her and Bob Noxious, and that's another question I always get. How do I know Bob Noxious? How did Bob Noxious come into the Island Diaz world? Well, I met him. I was doing a show, and he was acting in the show. It was his first day on set, and I guess he was like, I forget who he was. He was some sort of celebrity. He is a celebrity, Bob Noxious. Shout out Bob Noxious. I love that guy too. Again, a recent new friend, and he's just like so much energy, that guy. I applaud him, and I applaud anyone that's trying something new any stage of their life. He's 72 and he's just getting into acting, so I really, really like that. I think, I'm trying to always recreate who I am in a way, so shout out Bob Noxious for sure. Yeah, I'm just glad I could kind of introduce him to some people as well. Yeah, Crawler, dude, you guys are killing it with these. This is amazing. Surprised I never really had a lot of them before the 24-hour Poddy. I had like 3 of them on that podcast, so shout out to you guys. Yeah, also Billy Burns and Cousin Charlie. So I've known those guys, Certified Cash, for over a decade, probably 15 years. I was doing their videos, I was directing a lot of their videos, and they haven't seen each other since my movie premiere in like 2013 or 2014. So reconnecting those guys and getting that there was no beef or anything, but like they just haven't talked to each other for a while. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just cleared the air with a couple things, and yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting. Yeah, that was a fun one. The Nanu episode, I'm getting a lot of who is this chick? Does she really have orgies on Sundays? Yeah, I mean, she's pretty genuine. She's really genuine in that episode if you listen to it. Shout out to Nanu. Another person I didn't meet until that day. And I love the hustle. I love whatever, yeah. So she's very talented. She's doing whatever she wants to do, and I respect that. Orgy Sundays. Shout out to Orgy Sundays. It's like Sunday morning cartoons, but just different. There's like more sex involved. So anyways, yeah, she was a fun episode for sure. I love that episode. That was last week's episode. The week before that was Jake Carruthers, which he was he's the guy that did the label. As if you listen to that episode or see any of the reels, he did the label, and he is a very talented dude, and I kind of just like the stick he's got. Maybe it's not a stick, but he's definitely like just who he is, so I always respect that. I always respect when you're getting a real person, and then what else do I got here? Is Island Diaz going to be in the US of A? This is what my American friends asked. And yeah, we will be. When? I'm not sure. We're really trying, our goal was to kind of get in down there. We'll probably open up California, New York, Florida, before anything else. And reason being is we have some links down there already. I've spent a lot of time in California. I've lived in California. I slept on enough couches and floors in New York City over the last decade that I, again, know a lot of people there too. So I feel like both those places are going to be really, really beneficial for us. Florida, not so much. I mean, I have some crazy Florida stories. I've spent some time in Florida, but we just got to get out there and do it. Hopefully you see that happen by the end of the year, maybe even before then. And yeah, I can't wait for that because the States is obviously a huge market, so we want to kind of get in there. And I think God bless Canada. But God bless America too. I think that's part of their national anthem, actually. So God bless America, God bless Canada. But Islandia should be worldwide, I believe. So we got to start one step at a time. There's a couple other plays, but I don't really want to chat with them because I want to jinx them. But they're already in the works, so that might happen before America. And there's a couple other products happening too. We're good with the collabs, like with the collab that we did with Henderson's Beer. Shout out Henderson's. Shout out Matt there. Shout out Hayden. And yeah, that stout. I mean, I'm not a big stout guy, but I like that one. That was good. I like Guinness, but I like their stout. It's an imperial stout, so it's 9.5% alcohol, so it's pretty high alcohol. So you don't really want to have, if you're at like a family event, you probably only want to have 2 of them, because that's 19% alcohol right there. So you got to be careful. Or maybe 3. I don't know. It depends how big you are too, right? I've noticed for me, I'm actually a guy that recently got G'd. That was fucking scary. So I just sent a bunch of messages to people. I also got hacked too. So then my Instagram sent a bunch of weird messages to people. Some people won't forgive me and whatever. I mean, let bygones be bygones, I guess, or don't. That kind of sucked. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. I got the 2-way authenticator on it, so that's good. I mean, I feel like I could talk all day about nothing. I'm here in Wasaga Beach and I'm loving it. Like, I was in Magnetawan. My dad and my mom were there, so we met them there, and then we came to Wasaga Beach 2 days ago, I think. And I've just been going around talking to bars. We just got in the LCBO on the other side, the main end side, the first LCBO in Wasaga. Now I know they have the one at 45th. We're in that one too. So from both LCBOs in Wasaga Beach, please go and get that for me, because then they'll keep ordering. They should order anyways. I'm Wasaga Beach, not born, but I was bred here. Bred? Well, I was raised. Raised in Wasaga Beach, and I love it here. I'm so relaxed. But yeah, no, I've been talking to a bunch of bars here in Collingwood, Wasaga, and the ones that we're going to be in is Chuck's. I'm really excited about Chuck's, because Chuck's is going to give us a cocktail, and I think I'm going to do some appearances there. I just actually saw David Kubik, who's Wasaga Beach Beers, Wasaga Beach Cerveza, and I met his partner Pete, who is actually a friend of my brother's dad, oddly enough, and yeah, so they got Wasaga Beach beer, Cerveza 1, great beer, and they are opening this huge space on the main end, so I'm going to be doing some appearances as Hank, or I mean not me, Hank the Hunk is going to go there and sample some stuff, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a fun one. Maybe we'll get DJ Chetty up there, day party, whatever, and yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. Now we also have a couple other things in the works as far as Island Diaz goes. Again, there's like a couple of like products I was saying before, and I'm really, really excited about them, because it's going to introduce a whole other world, not really a world, but a whole other demographic to our customers, or another customer demographic. Anyways, yeah, so that's going to be amazing. And let me see what other questions I got here, so I wrote down a bunch of different. What are your thoughts on Dragon's Den? I get that a lot. Was I pissed? Was I this? Was I that? Not so much. I mean, I felt like I could have been better, but I always kind of feel like that. I'm always kind of just introspective about that. I always feel like I could just do better, but I just keep it moving. So, would I do it again? For sure. With the same outcome? Hell yeah, because I feel like that really helped us out. Being an independent alcohol company, having that exposure is huge, right? So there's no bad way of looking at it. I think, and I always see the glass half full or half empty, whatever the better one is. And I think with that, we just got in so many different people's eyes. Actually, I was at a bar yesterday, and the lady was like, "Oh, I've seen this before," and I said, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Dragon's Den, right?" I said, "Yep." She's like, "Sweet." So it didn't really have any bad effect on us, to be honest. If anything, it's helped us out a bunch. So yeah, shout outs to the Dragons, but they're gonna be so pissed when we like make this the biggest company ever. So yeah, your decision. But yeah, anyways, I thought it was a crazy experience. I've been working in film and TV for 17 years, and being grilled like that with 17 cameras around, I'm just, God bless them. God bless Canada. God bless America. God bless the Dragon's Den. Because without y'all, well, I may not have got as much exposure. So yeah, thank you. How was it growing up in Wasaga Beach? It was lit, man. Wasaga Beach was awesome. It's just fun because I was able to do anything, right? Like, you're able just to go out on the streets for the whole night without your parents worrying. I feel like it would have been a lot different in the city. There's just too many more people in a dense area, a little bit more crime, I guess. There's not to say there's no crime here, or no threats or anything, but I felt like, with that, oh, fuck, what is this, a 30-minute podcast? I'm falling asleep. I do 24 hours or nothing. I do 24 hours or nothing, that's it. But yeah, no, I was able to skim board in the summer, swim in the summer, just, you go to the beach. That's what you do. You just go, you wake up, there's a bunch of sand in your bed from the day before, kind of brush it off, grab a towel, and you go down to the beach, put a little sunscreen on. Then one of your parents probably comes down there at some point and sees if you're alive, and then then you kind of just put more sunscreen on and then go back into the water. You build some sand castles. I live pretty close. Like, this is my house, my backyard, and just the beach is right over there. So yeah, we had that. So yeah, Wasaga Beach was great. I mean, going to high school was a little different because we had to take a bus all the way to Collingwood. So it was like Wasaga Beach, Collingwood. I guess the people in Blue Mountains, like Rax, maybe Stainer. I don't think there was a lot of Stainer kids there. Nottawa. I don't think Elmville. I think Elmville had their own high school. But I guess they could have if they wanted to. But actually, some of them did. Some of them came to Collingwood Collegiate Institute. One teacher that I really want to talk to at some point is Mr. Pierce. I always enjoyed his classes. He taught me art in grade 9. Taught me AutoCAD, I guess, in grade 11 or something. And then, yeah, he's just always really good energy, really cool dude. Guy that's done it all, So, shout out to Mr. Pierce. If you're listening, holler at me. I'd love to reconnect. What else we got here? Who came up with the name Island Diaz? I feel like I've explained this 1.5 million times, but, oh, there's a squirrel. I did. I mean, it was a drink that I came up with Aaron Aline. And we called it, or I called it the Island Diaz, and then he called it the Island Diaz. We kind of, I guess, it's gray area. I guess we both kind of came up with it. And we used to have parties at our condo. We had a condo on King and Shaw, and I had a surfboard in there because at the time I was trying to surf a lot, or I was surfing a lot, but not so well. But there's a surfboard in that condo, and we just called it Surf Condo. So at Surf Condo, you come in, you get an Island Diaz, and then it was whatever we wanted to make you. So that name was just kind of clicked. And then Ian Ross and Sean Young, they put it on the warehouse menu back in the day for about a year, and they made their own cocktail with it. It was called Island Diaz, and that was cool. That was fun. After that, we used to have it like Island Diaz nights. I can't probably once a year, or if I would throw a Christmas party, we'd have an Island Diaz, which at that point would have been like a ginger beer, like a Dark and Stormy type thing. Generally it would have been a rum. So then yeah, so it really got created like 2013, 2014. And then I feel like this wind's going to be fucking atrocious, but whatever. This one is. And after that, me and Chris Jacks, again, I've told this a million times. Me and Chris Jacks, we were working together. He has Nickel 9, he's the owner. And I have a film company called Roger Diaz. That's my nickname. For anyone that's wondering, or if you're not, I'm telling you anyways. And he was like, we should probably start something together. And I said, yeah, probably. We just had really good chemistry off the get-go. Like the first time I met him, I wanted to open up a bar with him. We never did, but maybe we will. We still can. Porch crawler, all grown up. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving the mint, the cucumber. Woo! 113 calories, less than 1 gram of sugar, less than 2 grams of carbs. Made in small batches with no preservatives. Okay. Pop by, say hi. At Drink Caller. At Drink Caller. Am I saying caller or crawler? At Drink Crawler. Pop by and say hi. At Drink Crawler. That's your ad right there, pals. Thanks again for sponsoring the podcast. Yeah, other than that, I mean, I think, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, the name. What bars in Wasaga Beach are you in? We're in, I don't know, Chuck's for sure. I'll put a list out at some point. Do you think you'll get Brett Barish on the podcast, on the Poddy? Yeah? I'm a big believer that I think I can manifest kind of anything. Not anything, but, well, yeah, maybe anything, but like I definitely can manifest that. He, sooner or later, is going to see our stuff. We were in contact with his PR company, and I guess we just weren't on the level that he needed to be on yet, but we're getting there. So, Brett Barish, you will be on our podcast, and you will taste Island Diaz, and you will probably want to put it in your lineup. I'm just reading the future, and that's all I'm doing. And as I read the future, I am also reading that he'll be on the podcast. Brett Barish, and maybe Rick Ross will come too. Who knows? I've never met Rick Ross, but I'd like to. I love his entrepreneurship for sure. He seems like a really smart dude. I mean, sticking around Brett is smart too. Those two are powerhouses. I feel like we are taking our brand to kind of do similar things to what they're doing on a smaller scale right now, but you got to start somewhere. And I think we're doing pretty good. How's everything going with you guys? I want to do this, I think, follow-up episode monthly, like there's just interesting things, I could touch on this a little bit. We definitely got a little big pretty quickly, I'd like to say, and we're getting attention from some of the bad people. Like, we got in a little bit of a legal issue. It's all figured out now, but that was with another company, yeah. So that could have been brutal, but it wasn't. It was not bad. So, but when you're getting like in legal, like nothing crazy, like it was just like copyright stuff or whatever, or not copyright, whatever it was, nothing sexual. But when you are getting in trouble with the law, you're doing something right, except for like sexual stuff. That's stupid. Or like selling drugs or anything. Any of those things, you shouldn't do it anyways, because that's like the bad side of the law. But if you, for instance, have a rum company and someone else that has something similar is trying to sue you for likeliness of something, but it really doesn't make any sense because it's not even the same, you just let it go. Because you're going to make them happy and they're a little bit bigger than you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'm glad that was all good. Because it could have been fatal. No, I'm just kidding. It would never be fatal. We have law involved in our company, so that's perfect. But yeah, no, that's how you're making some moves, right? The big dogs were saying, "Hey, the fuck is this? It's Island Diaz stuff." But I feel like we're pretty much at the stage of we could be, unstoppable in a way that we push really hard for everything. We're always doing something. So we're gonna do a lot of stuff in Wasaga, Collingwood this summer for sure. I'm already lining it up. One other thing is, how did I get linked up with Chris Must List? Shout out Chris Must List. We just kind of knew the same people, and we were like, hey, you should probably be on the podcast. He's like, yeah. So in between one of his trips, I think he was coming back from Belize, and then like the next week going to Jamaica, I caught him, and we were able to interview him, and it was awesome. It was really fun. He's such a unique character. Him and his wife. I love his wife too. His wife's great. They such a power couple. It's awesome. So shout out to them. And yeah, other than that, everything's going really lovely, man. I can't complain. I mean, and I don't want to complain. I feel like someone told me today, this random dude told me that you should never get mad, because if you get mad, you're gonna get cancer. And that freaked the shit out of me, so I'm never getting mad. I'm trying to just be chill. Nothing's gonna get me mad. Oh, this is funny. No, it's not funny actually. This squirrel's just like kind of eyeing me up. I think he wants my crawler. So, what time we got here?
How much time have I been waiting for? 31 minutes.
Holy fuck. Okay, cool. Anyways, that's the episode 25. 25? I don't know. 24 maybe? 25? Fuck. Shout out Leisure Department, shout out Crawler, shout out Island DS Spice Rum. Freeze my balls off. Peace.